What is the grafted in Gentile? This class of Gentile is one that has fully joined themselves to the nation of Israel. They have left behind the ways of their former nation and become a part of Israel through faith in Messiah, but also by the observance of Torah, the laws and commandments. They do not replace Israel as some Christian doctrines teach, but rather they become an adopted child whose rank is behind the firstborn, which is bloodline Israel. They receive all the same basic rights as one homeborn, but because of their lack of blood, there are certain things that they cannot attain without the firstborn making a way for them. Land inheritance, for example, see Ezekiel 47, 21 through 23. Okay? And with that opening right there, if you're an Edomite Israelite, right? An Edomite Israelite, for those of you guys that don't know, is an Israelite who's obsessed with the white man, the Caucasian, in the entirety, as all Caucasians, being Esau. And they can't see past that. There's nothing else that they can see other than Esau, man, Esau. They live, breathe, eat, drink, and sleep. Esau, Esau. So if you are an Edomite Israelite and that is your viewpoint, then you shouldn't even bother watching this whole video. Just putting that out there. Now, moving on. Now we're going to give scripture references to what we just said, right here. We're going to give scripture because I'm not just going to speak and say my thoughts. We're using scripture. And I implore everyone who watches this presentation, everyone who watches this, go back and read these scriptures for yourselves. I'm not hiding them. They are not hidden. It is on you to listen and then go back and, let me check what he's saying against scripture. Okay, but make sure you read all the scripture, not just the scriptures you want to pick and choose. Exodus 12, verses 48 through 49. And when a stranger shall sojourn with thee, and will keep the Passover to Yahuwah, let all his males be circumcised, and then let him come near and keep it. And he shall be as one that is born in the land. For no uncircumcised person shall eat thereof. One law shall be to him that is homeborn, and unto the stranger that sojourneth among you. Okay? Very clear. Anyone, and I'll just say because I've heard this doctrine a lot, anyone who wants to say that this stranger was somehow an Israelite, that's rubbish, okay? It's rubbish. There's no way they can prove it. All they want to say is, well, Israel was sometimes called a stranger in this part of the Bible, and they can't prove this, okay? And because there's nothing to prove. This is clearly a non-bloodline Israelite, okay? This is clearly some Hamite or some other Gentile person, all right? Just moving that out of the way. Leviticus 19, 33 through 34. And if a stranger sojourn with thee in your land, ye shall not vex him. But the stranger that dwelleth with you, listen, shall be unto you as one born among you, and thou shalt love him as thyself. Why? For ye were strangers in the land of Egypt. I am Yahuwah, your God. Very clear, very now, and this is something that Edomite Israelites have they can't accept, so they just have to change these scriptures, right? They can't accept it because it goes against their ideology of the mad Esau doctrine, so they just have to change it or throw out these scriptures altogether. Leviticus 25, verse 35. And if thy brother be waxen poor, and fallen in decay with thee, then thou shalt relieve him, yea, though he be a stranger or a sojourner, that he may live with thee. And we're going to talk about this section a little bit more, okay? Everything in its proper place. Numbers 15, 14 through 15. And if a stranger sojourn with you, or whosoever be among you in your generations, and will offer an offering, listen, offer an offering, okay, of a sweet savor unto Yahuwah, as ye do, so he shall do. One ordinance shall be both for you of the congregation, and also for the stranger that sojourneth with you, an ordinance forever in your generations. As ye are, so shall the stranger be before Yahuwah. As ye are, so shall the stranger be before Yahuwah. What does this mean? It means the grafted in, they have the same, I view them before Yahuwah. It says here, before Yahuwah, as you are, I view them as such. Okay? Now, there's some subtle intricacies to that, right? Well, again, A stranger cannot be a priest, obviously, just like other tribes can't be priests, right? And a stranger, there even a grafted in stranger, there are certain restrictions, and we'll touch on those, okay? But understand this oh, they're all servants, they're all slaves. That's not what you think. Let's move on. As far as Yahuwah is concerned, a stranger in the Old Testament that attached themselves to Israel through belief in him and who kept his laws was part of the nation, okay? Because remember, in the Old Testament, Yeshua was not here yet, okay? Keeping the law as grafted in Gentiles was not a new thing that came into being in the New Testament, but a requirement since the law was given. We just read them. Listen, the stranger that attaches themselves to you, when they want to make an offering, they need to do it just like you guys do it. They follow the same protocol for making offerings. Okay. An important thing to note is that the grafted in Gentile in Scripture is either dwelling in the land with Israel or else is moving towards doing so. And I find this is an important little detail that's often overlooked. When we talk about strangers that get grafted into the nation, if you notice, they are with Israel. They're not separate in some other land, right? They are with Israel. So whatever land they were from, they've left those lands, and they are with Israel in Israel's land, which is what you do when you become become one nation, right? You don't, well, I'm one with you guys, but I'm over here in my homeland. Either you are part of the nation or you are not. Okay? And this must be understood.